welcome one, welcome all to what I hope will be somewhat of a comforting presence and thing over the next couple hours. Offer a distraction from, well, you all know what, so. Without further ado, as I'm still getting some things thrown out there, let me boot that up. We are continuing Buffy tonight. Alright. Hope everyone has had a good Tuesday. And hope you all voted. Still getting used to putting in the new channel tag. .tv/Faerun News Radio. Bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Posted and good to go. Alright. Cross save turn on. Alright, there we go. That's on. That is set to go. That's on. That is set to go. Got it, got it. Okay, there's Twitch chat, there's TikTok chat. Welcome. Alright. So for those that are new, we're doing a Buffy the Vampire Slayer-ish kind of thing where we're playing through as a Resist the Dark Urge as Buffy. And Willow is the Guardian, so that's the whole thing. Then there is an opposing run with Faith as the Embrace the Dark Urge, and her Guardian is the Mayor. But we haven't done that one for a little bit yet. Yeah, that's where we left off. We are at the Arcane Tower. And I hope y'all will excuse me for just a moment. I need to bring up an electoral map. Okay. Well, things are still being counted, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to put that down and not look at it for a little bit. So we got Astarion down here.
Hardly a challenge.
Hardly a challenge indeed. Lolth's candle. Oh, wait, no. Do not pick up his wares. Gonna be lots of things to read in the Arcane Tower.
What's that?
And of course, there's the Club of Hill Giant Strength at the top. Grab your torch and pitchforks, although that's one level above us. Treatise on the anti-magic properties of Susur tree flowers. The Anti-Magic Properties of Susur Tree Flowers by L.D. Hurst. Those knowing about Susur trees, their magical properties have always been a topic of debate. Not only their ability to create an anti-magic aura, which is complete enough that even those unattuned to the weave can feel its effect, but also, and most interestingly to those living in the world above, the ways its roots, bark, and flowers can be harnessed to make magic items. Rumors of such items are rare, but spread in settlements bordering the Underdark. Their existence, however, has never been confirmed by any of our clerics, nor by any other reputable scholars. I hypothesize that these items are no mere legends, and indeed, in this treatise, I will endeavor to explain how I myself created items that have anti-magic properties, and that use the magical absorption of Susur tree flowers as a power source. Lines have been drawn on the following pages as if the author intended to fill them with writing, but the remainder of the thin book is blank. I don't know if there's anybody that would be willing to, in either chat, Twitch or TikTok, to keep the streamer updated with the Electoral College. I would be in your debt. On Death and Resurrection. An excerpt from the ongoing meta-text Rebound by Iosifa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denir for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. What value is life? Far too esoteric a topic to warrant any serious critical consideration between these pages, surely, or so it would seem at first glance. But once we pushed aside the mysticism and dewy-eyed sentiment so often clouding our assessment, it is clear that across all the spinning planes, each and every life does indeed have a quantifiable value. It is simply that not all are equally valuable. Consider. We already know that the destruction of our material form is not the end. If anything, our souls are more free after death, transcending planar barriers in search of a resting place that best befits our deeds, beliefs, and station in life. But even this assessment is subject to market forces, Lord Kelemvor weighing our souls against how thoroughly we have given them over to other gods, empowering them in turn. There is, of course, an alternate route. Not the end of the path, but the chance to retread it. Clerics across the realms wield the power to return life to any soul deemed worthy or willing enough. It is strange, then, that these so frequently intersect with those deemed wealthy enough, for the components for such a spell are beyond the means of most mortals. I have interviewed those who have made such a return, and in truth have found them to be of the most dull and unimaginative sort that I cannot possibly imagine what it is they were so eager to return to. If a true assessment of the journey is to be made, then there is simply no replacement for embarking upon it oneself. Perhaps one day this great volume of learning will make me worthy enough to walk that path, and wealthy enough to return. Soul Coins, a Treatise. Academic disclosure. This research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Hey, stranger. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. That's an important note there. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. They are frequently traded, for their value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange engines in the Hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell. It was the bargain that got her promoted out of lemur status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. The next 50 pages appear to be a painstakingly written legal document in Infernal, with a headache-inducing number of footnotes. I always liked that one.
What's in here?
I definitely have this ever-present knot in my stomach. Hell, I'm nauseous. Actually nauseous. Alright, just read that one. Guess now here's the $1 million question. Oh wait, no. Astarion has a Susur flower on him. Hence the blue glow. Cha-ching. Alright. And now they all turn off. Kid's at the top of the stairs right now. Alrighty then. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. A medical compendium describing varied mental disturbances and their treatments. By cleric physician Glenn Earl Mack. Pretty sure that I've read this one a bunch of times. To be fair, I think I've read the others a number of times as well, but they're a couple of my favorites. I think there needs to be a stream where I go to that, one of the vendors in Baldur's Gate that just sells all the books. A stream just dedicated to me reading all the books. Uncovered mysteries, detect thoughts. Beneath the layers of dust uncovering this necklace, its inlaid gems still give off a blue sparkle, the color of Mistra's clergy. You know what? We're gonna catch everybody up. Twitch is down? Oh, hell. Like, down. Let me take a look. Everything's still live on this side. Made the mistake of refreshing that. It was out on mobile and PC, but it's good now. Okay. Alright, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Wizard's Tower is his sanctum. Private place for research and respite. But as this wizard's not home, I say we take a peek.
Listen, it is his place of solitude, sanctuary. But he's not home, so let's go rob him. Broken machinery. Sounds like she's struggling up there with him a little bit.
Trickles of weave radiate from that chest.
Bunch of seemingly useless items. However, let's grab one of Astarion's Susur flowers. Oh, bloody hell. Go. Mistra's Grace, Featherfall. Scroll of Mage Armor and Protection from Good and Evil. Or Protection from Evil and... yeah, Evil and Good. Hearthlight. Can't throw, too heavy. Silver Cup. Waste not. A dusty book. The beginning of this book proudly declares it to be a play by Dame Inia, followed by an extensive introduction and 23 pages of notes on the text. Though the book itself seems barely touched, one stanza is encircled twice. There is a light in every living thing. It's crawling towards the surface to survive, and in its wake it tramples everything. Will kill the rest so that the one can thrive.
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
Let's go join a star. Descend.
Lovely day, this. For now.
We have Karlak in the party right now. Tin Mask Spore. Oh, right. That's a thing.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Grab your torch and pitchforks.
I'll take that.
Daddy! 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 I swear, it is the hardest thing. I'll be up later, buddy. Threadbare book. Stained and torn, most of this book has been lost to time. Lost to time, vermin, and an unfortunate ink spill. Only 2 full sentences are distinguishable. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself my darkest me? You know, I wonder how many people, like, really quick come through the stream and go, how the fuck, why the fuck is this, you know, does this include Buffy in the title? As Buffy fails a saving throw against being befuddled. Damn it. She succeeded on the throw. You know what? Let's get rid of these flowers. Better. Alright, I think that, for the most part, is everything on this floor. Likewise for this one. As it saves the game. Oh no. Well, appreciate you tuning through TikTok. It's rare that anybody on TikTok actually chats, so it'll be a nice change of pace. To the gray. No, that's going somewhere that I don't know. Ooh, no I didn't. No, I did not. That's cool. Played some of the original Castlevanias, but it's been a long time. Portrait of Marcus Miles. A brusque-looking dwarf is picked out in broad, evocative brushstrokes. His magnificent hat is bettered only by his magnificent beard. I know that I added a word to that. Of course. Well, at this point, to have Neil Newborn do a voice in your game is like,
and whatever lies beyond the
that's a
stars.
thing. Oh my God, we got Astarion. See,
I spy
got
with my
Astarion.
little eye.
Look at Astarion, Art.
Nothing of note, really.
Gotta have a reason to, to show him off. Mage's Friend. Though carefully stowed away in a bedside chest, this ring is covered in dust and cobwebs. We'll give it to Gale.
Seek and you shall.
He likes dust and cobwebs. That being said, at the same time, he cannot see in the dark. Sunwalker's gift is, I'm a little loath to take that away. Ring of Mental Inhibition is really good to have on him. But he's the only one that is really going to roll that with any regularity. True that. It has been a long time coming for him. Ooh, I have 5 scrolls of Conjure Elemental. Alright, do we have See in the Dark? Yes, yes we do.
Best get going.
Ah, the button we need to put on the dog collar. Okay. So you Put on the dog collar and hit the button.
Clever. Food is dispensed for anyone wearing this collar.
Yay, raw steak. Can we do that with everybody?
No more. Not one for gluttony, I see.
Interesting.
I have such a headache.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh, okay. I'm going to just keep my fingers crossed that we're going to get through the conversation check with the robots upstairs, so that I don't have to throw all of Astarian's combat gear on. Even though I'm pretty sure that I remember all of the conversation options for it.
Hello, world.
Hello, Buffy. Handwritten letter. A letter from Amarith to Lenore, expressing the former's concern about the latter's pet bullet. Dearest Lenore, I'm not sure I should say this, but your last letter really worried me. Why in all hells would you tame a bullet? Just because you found it near Myrna's grave doesn't mean that that's a sign. I'm really worried about you, Lenore. A bullet is not a pet. Using it as a guardian is one thing, but you sound quite taken by it. I know you don't want to come back before you finish your research, but if you are feeling lonely, you know my door is always open. Lots of love and hugs, Amarith. P.S. It really warms my heart to hear that you put the autumnal cross flowers on Myrna's grave. I remember she liked to roll around in them, even though she'd always sneeze after. She was such a soft, loyal dog. I wish there was more I could do. Bad knees and eyes, apparently. Yeah. It's always good. It's just always a good thing to have on him. It really is. Oh, I don't think we've done this one. Oral Histories of Faerun, the Spell Plague. A cracked and well-worn volume showing passage through many hands. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 25, Cornelius and Tomelius Worthywort. Halflings encountered on the Golden Road south of Inarlith. I met the brothers, or rather they found me, in the lower pass through the Firesheer Mountains. They had encountered a trail of golden discs along the path and had resolved to gather and return them to whatever fool had more coin than common sense. It was to our mutual embarrassment, then, that I removed my cloak to reveal my patchwork yellow hide. It was molting season, I explained, and a traveler on the road had not the luxury to shed their scales in private, as would be proper. I suspect they knew too little of Dragonborn to be appropriately disgusted, and instead invited me to sup with them. Over a roadside fire, I learned of the purpose behind their journey. ... Cornelius, Lurin, my lad, our ancestral home. It was lost during the spell plague. We're nothing lost, Con. It's not Nan's lucky Nashers, is it? It sank. Wasn't I there when the blue fire took it? Sure, what do you remember? You were knee-high to a gnome. I remember you crying. Maybe it was you that sank the place. Going back to finish the job? Watch that lip, lest I fasten it, or I fatten it. Only a fool speaks ill of his homeland. Their brows were bristling dangerously, and so I diverted hostilities by speaking of my own people's ancestral home, the blighted world of Abear, and the 1,000-year tyranny of dragons we lived under, until the blue fire of the spell plague brought us to this world. See, right? Another potato? Okay, well, that was interesting. With Bernard, just don't do the crawling to the surface line. That's the hostile one. Got it. I feel like it's something lonely, or I don't remember. Well, I do, but I'll know it when I see it. On Death and Resurrection. Read that earlier. Magic of the Weave and Introduction. Ah, yes. The one that is without a doubt written by wizards. Because wizards are awesome, and we're the only ones that know how to properly do the weave. Pompous ass. The Roads to Darkness. This play tells the epic tragedy of three friends who kill each other in their quest for power. I really don't want to act out more characters, so we're just going to pick that one up. Oral Histories of Faerun, Gith and Mind Flayers. Yep, read that one. To the Grey. A Dwergar mining chant is inscribed here on plain paper with thick, blocky script. From Barakur, we made our stand, meant to rule, but led astray. By wicked tentacle and wicked hand, this world belongs to the Grey. Orendal stole all we had, yet taught the weapons by which to slay. Forge your minds to ironclad, this world belongs to the Grey. The exile freed us with his command to conquer what was taken away. Crush every monument into finest sand, this world belongs to the Grey. Trade your heart for steel intent, for with whip and mind we flay. Let them all hear of our descent, the world is nothing but grey. Just want to get to Bernard.
The disc is formed from slate and engraved with Githyanki writing. You examine them closely, but can't make much sense of them. The disc from Crash Yellick was distinctly similar to this one. If you can match the symbols, you might find a legible pattern.
Command the disc to reveal its secrets. Yeah, right. But we're gonna try it.
The disc doesn't respond.
Imagine that. Compare the disc to the one from the creche.
A pattern forms as you gaze at the disc, and from within that pattern, a story emerges. It is another chapter in the tale of the Githyanki prince called Orpheus, the Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Gake shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith travelled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the mother's wishes, but Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. It's an intriguing tale, and a forbidden one, given how expertly it was encoded. Lae'zel will surely want to know of this.
Indeed.
Like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince.
Now let's go do that right now. Well, Lae'zel, I found something you might want to read.
Full-fledged vampires are not so easily slain. Astarion's master will be no exception. Fortunate for him, slaying monstrous fanatics is a pastime of ours.
Indeed. Ask Lae'zel about the disc from the Underdark.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Quite similar to the boy's slate from the creche. The tissue are enciphered, but I see the pattern. It's another story about Orpheus.
Read it to me.
I'll translate then. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
Reminding myself that the majority of the votes for our girl doesn't get counted for a little bit, or are still in the process. Yeah, haven't done this. Fringe Philosophy Volume 5. A dense academic volume printed with no eye for design or delight. The publisher's note claims his volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificier Thora Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificier of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders, and all the marvels therein, I was naught but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them. The slow and serene earth motes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Netheril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. It was later still, after I learned my place at the High House, that I learned of the long shadow Netheril cast along the evolution of our craft. That their great flying cities fell in folly and flames does not diminish the wonders they wrought. And this stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gon's teachings. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted Ashar's dark and destructive designs, and yes, I say it again, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. I had read that one. I need like a checklist of the books. Read that. For certain read that. The Careful Art of Tirsu Ciphers. We'll grab that for Lae'zel. Torn out paper. The writing on this torn out strip of paper is shaky and blotted with tears, making it barely legible. I was right. The silence stretches on. I'm all alone. Please, can I hold your hands for just a while? Played this game one too many times, I have. Alright. And with that, we should be good to go talk to Bernard.
New sounds through that like oppression break. Is it the foe? That foul, contemptuous heel?
You know these words. They are from the opening stanza of a play you found in this very tower.
Or art thou, friend, a rescue from my lonely wake?
Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Come on as if you feel, my lord, my liege.
Don't get me wrong. I love poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command an automaton seems a bit self-indulgent to me.
Quit judging. Silence stretches on. I'm all alone. Please, can I hold your hands for just a while?
Of course, my love. Don't be afraid, sweet girl. What can I do? Sorry, would you like a hug?
Yes.
Come here. For just a moment.
His arms are too tight and too low for a comfortable hug, as if he's meant to be embracing someone slightly shorter.
Remember, you are loved, Lenore, so much. You're doing great. And everyone will be so proud of you. As I already am.
Okay. Somewhere up here is a mouse singing something about blah blah blah. Somewhere up there. Oh. Lady Tanis would be able to point this out. Aha. Stool of Hill Giant Strength. Can... well, sit on it.
Feeling of power.
Well, you sit on the stool and you're powerful. That's, you know, a thing.
It's gone. I felt so strong. Where did that come from?
Okay, so if I... do I attack it and take it with me? Or can I just... well, yeah, I would have to. Oh, bloody hell. Come on.
Look at that. An unconventional weapon, but it might just be an effective one.
Club of Hill Giant Strength. Splinters of a Giant's Might. Increases strength to 19. Alas, unless you actually wield the bloody thing, doesn't do you a whole lot of good. Buffy already starts every long rest with drinking one of those potions. Even though she hasn't at the moment. Hatched parchment. Paper is torn and patched in many places, as if it was well used but treasured. On it is a small poem without a name. These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave. I will hold on to them. It's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
I mean, you kind of do, given the fact that you're able to send things back and forth to count. Okay, should officially be able to go down to the workshop? Nope. Bernard.
Command as you see fit, my lord, my liege.
No. No, I didn't. Wait. Yes, I did.
Let me work my magic.
Gale is wearing it, I believe. Yes, Gale is wearing it.
Welcome in this house. I wait for your commands.
Ah. Shit. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself my darkest me? Almost positive I'm gonna go with it.
Feeding up the deepest secret show. Reveal the truth. Give what you wish to see.
Guiding light, used by the previous owner to access both the Underdark's darkest corners and her own basement. This ring seems to reflect light where there should be none.
I've got a long road ahead.
Still had, I don't know why it didn't come up then. It's weird.
My ring lit up. Must have been linked to that button.
Basement. Because what a monk really needs is an additional 3 meters of movement, but still. He said, sarcasm dripping from his voice. Ooh, fireball. Notes from a soothsayer. Embossed with a unique personal seal in the watered Havian style, this book's author appears to be someone of high status within that city. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Haverlow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Chapter 23, The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Hereunder, I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically, he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out, particularly in my mind. And I really don't feel like acting it out, but madam, please, what I say to you is true. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. The fellow I met was ochre of skin, with ears like an elf and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those on a fawn's hide decorated his skin. I see. And what did he say as he approached you in the... what was it? Misted glen upon your lands? The fellow, the creature, the man came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I can see it now. The blade, silver as the moon, the moon in a lake beneath my chin. Anyway, calm yourself, sir. You are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said? At first, no. No, at first I knew not what tongue he spoke. But he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead, and he said, "Tell me now, which plane is this?" It was then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. And then? And then, when I woke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealth this year. Truly, but who was he? He was a figment of your inner daemon, a messenger from your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. And I tell you, it was so. I want to double my harvest. Sounds good. Ah, more basilisk oil. Magic of the Weave and Introduction did that. Missives of Candlekeep and On Death and Resurrection read both. DeHurst's Diary. Definitely not. The otherwise plain book has the words L. DeHurst in a diary written on the front in faded silver ink. Crisp cursive fills the pages of the diary, detailing the daily struggles of a cleric of Mystra studying the magical properties of the Underdark. The last entry dates back about 10 years. 2nd of Alturic, 1481 DR. Who would have thought 3 years ago that I would start a diary? Not a research journal, but a real diary. I guess when every soul is more like to kill you than converse with you, talking to a book starts making sense. And who would have thought 3 years ago that I would be called back to Baldur's Gate to confer with the other clerics of Mystra, right at the apex of my studies? I have all the pieces, but I have barely started up my treatise. No matter, I will take my ring with me to show them a glimpse of the possibilities. I will leave you, my dear book, here together with the rest of my research, waiting to be finished. I should be back before next chess. LDH. The Sparks Wall. The wearer can't be electrocuted. There's the last piece of all the electric bullshit. When the inventor Year met the cleric Lenore, sparks flew. Apart, they were in a rut, but together they inspired each other to push the boundaries of innovation and invention. This ring is just one of their many scientific triumphs. And also grants resistance to lightning damage. Neat. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrix Morrow. And Soul Coins, a treatise, red. Staff of Arcane Blessing to Gale. And definitely not that one. Excavation of the Enclave of Nalith, a carefully kept journal filled with concise prose and technical diagrams of a lost, once submerged city. Elminster said Nalith was a wonder to behold when it floated in Faerun's sky. He was surely right. This Netherese enclave was once a jewel in the empire of magic, with towers that pierced the heavens. And yet, it fell, just as all Netherese enclaves did, crashing down when Karsus's folly ripped magic from the world. But even after it collapsed into the sea, its ruins still held a strange, twisted beauty. I traveled here from Harua when I heard the sea had retreated and the ruins of Nalith were visible once again. Alas, I was not the first. Looters have stripped the Enclave of its material wealth, destroying much of its esoteric riches in the process. I've found arcane books used to make campfires. Damn, that's shitty. Their magic lost now to the ages. I have met some Shadowvar here whose interests align with mine, and we have agreed to search the ruins together. I'm grateful for these allies. The ruins are mostly filled with thick-skulled adventurers, but I cannot shake the feeling that someone is watching us, waiting to see what we uncover. Alright, and that is the Arcane Tower, minus the shit in front of it. We'll give Gale the staff. Ooh. Gale will dual wield the staffs. Never mind, that's a feat that I need to take. Fuck.
Still breathing.
Well, a free fireball is a nice thing to have, so. One more. I believe it is to the Grimforge. Oh, we're 30. Letter to Yer. Dearest Yer, I don't know if you're coming back, or if you'll even read this message. But if you do come back, could you wait for me? I'll only be gone a few 10 days, but the thought of coming back to this empty tower, with nothing but Bernard to fill these halls, I don't know how much longer I can take this. I miss you. I miss you so much. I can't shake the thought of how different things might have been if only I'd been less stubborn. Working on your lightning inventions, my magic, eating together, laughing at your stupid puns, waking up next to you. Despite everything, I still love you. So, please, if you read this, can you wait? I'll be back. It won't be long. Forever yours, Lenore. A few sentences are penned below in a different hand. I waited. I waited until Tarshak. I'll always wait for you, but you didn't come.
trust no one. Let's crack it open.
Skybreaker. And they shall have Celestia's light, even if we must crack wide the heavens to bring it.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Should be a flower ingredient kind of thing right around the corner. Yep. Let's get the fuck out of here. Nope, just a bone. Okay. Take Lae'zel to the Inquisitor. Yeah, no. That is a huge not yet. We will, however, go try to grab Nier's head. The Grimforge.
So, are you greeting invisible beings or just losing your mind?
The echoes, listen. They're coming from 3 directions.
Losing your mind it is. Probably the tadpole. The weirdest things seem to be.
What is she talking about? That has to be in relation to the infernal pieces scattered around. Alright, listen here, Scry and I.
Yes, this again.
Is there anybody that's going to care if all of a sudden I chuck this into the river? Oh, wait. Buffy hasn't had her potion. She's just talking about the echoes off the walls.
Dead drow, publicly displayed. The Dwergar are sending a message.
That's... damn. I really hope that there was a whole thing with that. Speak to animals.
I speak true, brothers. You know it in your hearts. You know it in your very souls.
We need no Lolth, no Spider Queen. Father Mermouth is the head of Clan Lur. He hatched us, raised us, feeds us.
What care we for his business here? He keeps us small, keeps us contained. We should be with the Spider Queen, revered, adored.
Recall your learnings about the Spider Queen, Lolth. With your negative intelligence. Hey.
You've read that harming spiders is illegal among Lolth's faithful, and often punishable by death.
Father Mermouth is our past. Lolth is our future.
These spiders are loyal to the local Dwergar. In the event of a fight, they will join the fray against you, with slavering enthusiasm.
Well... see, the thing is, you should know that spiders are revered among Lolth's faithful. Harming one of your kind is a capital crime.
Xanta, is it so?
I've heard the very same. Come, brothers. Follow me into her hairy embrace.
Her embrace. We're ready. We follow.
Yes. Now, brothers, our new dawn awaits.
Skitter, skitter, skitter. Hey, dude, your spiders just ran off.
Don't like strangers here. But Absolute must have took you in.
Who hung these drow out to dry?
Me? Who else? My spiders sussed them out of hiding, then Near taught them a thing or two, and I let them fly.
Where did the drow come from?
Caught them sniffing around. Easy marks. Had the stench of the Toplands. Hung them here as a warning. Ain't no one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
Well, you notice your spiders ran off? Might have had something to do with it, but...
Hey? Oh, those worthless bugs. Always were the stupidest ones I ever raised. Hope the Minotaurs get them.
I killed the Minotaurs. But, okay. I wonder if they go to a different part of the Underdark. I think I'm going to. Well, no, I'm definitely going to. Oh, that's unfortunate.
No one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
Yeah. He's not gonna make it.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing here?
Cultists, threat to Baldur's Gate. Jahira's orders.
Oh shit, it's a Harper. Where are your valuables? Who are you?
Zahan, Harper Scout.
There's a Harper's pin on the body. Okay. Where are your valuables?
Have none.
Where are you from?
Last light, a safe haven in shadows.
What happened to you?
God, interrogate. Mind.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay. We going to throw Astarion's combat gear back on.
Delicious.
How delicious indeed. Yes? I think that was part of it. Starting to get to the point that there's a lot of rings.
Stinking snitch. No one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
Alright, there's the 3 up there. There's some more around the corner.
I can do better. I must.
Oh. Short rest.
Sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
I can't stop caning those beasts last I saw, and he still ain't come through.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that. And this one is allowed to
Only the
demonstrate.
guards are allowed to do that. hair growing tonic. What? A bottle of thick liquid labeled Mermath's property. Hands off. I wonder what happens if we give that to Minsk. I doubt anything, but it's fun to think about. Where did that go? It is a usable thing. Hey, stranger. Hello, hello. How you doing tonight? We just found a bottle of hair growth tonic. When we get to Act 3, I'm going to try to give it to Minsk. Again, I doubt anything will happen, but we'll see.
I'll give it a shot.
Really quick, we're going to go... Why did you open that? Anyway. Excellent. I'm glad you had a good day, bud. Really didn't do a whole lot today. Spent time with the kid. There's a little bit of time that it's gonna be just him and I, so it's been really nice again. Voted and mailed something to Australia. Don't do that if you can avoid it. Worth it to mail it, but yeah, that wasn't cheap. Honestly, it's about as bad as I expected it to be, though. Damaged journal. The text within flows in neat cursive, elegant and perfect as if it were printed. Most of this old journal's pages are tattered, singed, or stained, though a few remain unblemished. How much time did I waste turning my back to the shadows to gaze at the moon? How many years seeking Selûne's silver radiance when the darkness was always in reach? Hail, Ketheric Thorm, who uttered these words strange and true. If I wish to see, I must first snuff out the light. A new path lies ahead, and it is Shar's chosen, Ketheric, who will guide me. It's a fucking trap. Ow. Now that the guard is gone, engraved pin.
What an odd emblem. Don't
Priest
think I've seen it
letter.
before.
Scouting orders found on a drow's caged corpse. Gem. Like a phoenix rise from the ashes. Like a phoenix from the ashes, Grimforge has risen from the dead. I have word of a drow cultist gathering Dwergar in the old city's halls. That the Absolute means to recruit them, I've no doubt. Yet, it's what they might seek amidst the ruin that most troubles me. You've not failed me yet. Go to Grimforge, cling to Shadow, and bring word of the cultists' intentions to Last Light. I will be waiting. Jaheira.
It's Skickpit, you piss pot.
That's what I said. Stick shit.
My mug's gone.
Another stick shit.
Piss pot.
You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows.
Cruelty like that poisons the soul. Till one day, you drop dead,
or the person you're fucking with snaps and puts a sword in your eye.
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble.
You disgust me, slaver. You live with yourself.
Comfortably. Figured it obvious. I'll kick up my feet, order a brew, watch them work. They'll complain, but they love it. I'm telling you.
I don't like your attitude.
And I don't like pig shit, but damned if your mouth ain't spewing it. You want respect? Let your absolute pay for it. Till then, bugger off. Hey, stick shit! Where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like Smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to Smug, nasty prick. Room's getting all spinny.
Take a big swig. Cure you right up.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Eat it. Mug of beer.
Shit! You did it!
Of course I did.
What now?
Ever talk to the gnome and get the poison from him? I don't think so. Go and find somewhere to hide. Wait for things to cool down.
I know a place. Across the lake. Should be safe. Won't
Guess
be
it should.
needing this poison now that you've offed the pricks. Bet you'll find it handy, though. You're a good one. I won't forget it.
Grimforge is... I mean, it's that way. But haven't ventured there quite yet. I'm probably gonna try what I watch Moonbilge do. The massive amount of damage that an owl bear can do from a raised platform is still a thing. And I watched him one-shot on Honor. I watched him one-shot Grim. It was pretty cool. Oh, we're doing both. We're doing both. The creche is to the point that we have to report to the High Inquisitor. But apart from that, everybody in the creche is dead. And then we moved on to the Shadowlands for a bit. Magmar's Record. Dwergar's Drinking Journal. Night 1. Just a few sips of slow spout and I was perspiring piss. Swear to Laduger. It was pitch black till the mind flayer came. So real I heard its tentacles writhing. Strip, it commanded, straight in my head, and my hands peeled my rags right off like they had minds of their own. Take it, it said next, and held out a dagger, black with old blood. I watched as my fingers wrapped around the hilt. Then came the final command. Carve. I cried out and shook my head. No. And then shot straight up. Sticky with sweat and caked in shit. Just a dream. Piss told me, but it didn't feel like one. More like a memory. Night 2. Kept down a whole mug of it before my head hit the stone. I stood naked and shivering, my right hand gripping that drugging dagger. Could move my legs even a finger width, like they were cast in iron. The Mind Flayer's claws caressed my face from behind, carved. I screamed and shook as my own hand brought the blade to my chest and sliced across it. My hand removed the blade, the bloody likeness of a Mind Flayer remained. Woke up in a flash, with Brithvar looming over. Lingering memories of our illithid enslavement, he said, from back when we were dwarf folk. He gave me a good wallop for suckering down ale. Drink won't lead no place good, he said, but that shit sure feels good going down. This is all in the Grimforge, on the other side of the Underdark. And it is totally possible to do them both. Like, it's not exclusive whether you do the Kresh or you do the Underdark. Like, they can all of them can be done. You just really kind of gotta be careful with Lae'zel. Lae'zel will get to a point where she's like, listen, fuck this, I need to get to the Kresh, and there's nothing that you can do, or like say or do to stop me. At that point, you want to follow her.
Pushing on.
No, you are not going to kick the body.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Fuck yeah, those Gith hit hard. Really hard. And on honor, the Inquisitor is... The Inquisitor is a whole fucking thing. And not in a good way. Will fuck you sideways, and again, not in a very loving way.
With pleasure.
Let's go.
Took her along. May as well use her for something. I haven't actually done wild magic yet. What's gonna happen? Until the end of your rage, flowers and vines sprout from... Oh, okay. You or an ally receive or recover a level 2 spell slot. You or an ally receive a plus 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and ability checks. You or an ally recover a level 1 spell slot. That's interesting. Alright, Buffy. Fuck him up. I'm so angry I made flowers bloom. Would you like some?
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
By the way, did you see that guy that teleported into the room with Nier and avoided the fight and saved the gnome that gets shoved? No. No, I didn't. Well, that's a horse of a different color. I will take the lives of those who took yours. As I've kind of already done, but... That is why. Fetish of Calarduran Smooth Hands. The smooth, six-pointed star on this ring is beset with small Underdark gemstones, as befits a talisman of the god of mining and patron of deep gnomes. Ooh. Turfing, if you haven't seen this keepsake gem, that looks a little different. almost feel like I shouldn't actually get rid of that. You've never seen the smoke powder barrel, then. My favorite explosive in the entire fucking game. Fables of Faerun 6, The Cheerful Deep Gnome. One of a series of thin tomes illustrating simple lessons to readers of all ages. Deep in the Underdark lived Doyle, a plucky deep gnome slave. Day and night, he and his brother toiled for 5 Dwergar smiths, mining iron and mithril until their arms ached and their eyes burned. Faster, cried the Dwergar, and faster Doyle would dig, even into the night while his masters slept, smiling all the while. How can you smile while we slave? Asked the brother. Because I wish our masters much success, was Doyle's reply. Words of the Dwergar's quality weapons and armor quickly spread to meet demand. To meet demand, the Dwergar brought in more slaves and began to forge and stockpile their wares at the dig site. Yet Doyle dug harder than ever, his wide grin never faltering. Soon, the Dwergar's operation grew so great that they commanded 20 deep gnome slaves. The day the 21st came, Doyle laughed and whooped so loud his Dwergar captors sought silence in a nearby grotto. The slavers returned to find Doyle and his fellow deep gnomes clad in robust mithril armor and carrying mighty iron weapons, all taken from the slavers' stockpile. The 5 Dwergar fell quickly, for they were no match for 21 armed deep gnomes, and Doyle, he never stopped smiling. Beneath the fable, an incensed reader has written a brief review. Garbage. This where the gnomes are getting bright ideas? Anyhow, I don't get it. The lesson makes no damn sense. I like that one. I really enjoy reading all the stories. I really do. Oh. Okay. I grab both barrels in the vial, put them under the dragon at the final barrel. Yarp. Yarp, yarp. We'll probably do the same again.
With pleasure.
Although last run definitely almost crashed the whole fucking game, but still, it was cool.
Still in control.
Alright, we're going to come out that area after we go up, down, and around. Or up, around, and down, rather. Wine. No, don't pick it up. No point to pick it up. Please just open the bloody thing. Thank you.
What's that?
What that is a lot of perception rolls. Mythic in the background with a giant plunger. This is gonna be great. Nuclear explosion in the distance. Alright, now that we've spent like 30 minutes in this bottom section. Stone Guard Orgarth.
Go on.
Oh, alright.
What are you looking at?
Move.
True that. And it's so much fun. Battered note. This crisp note is poked through in several places, apparently subject to the writer's ire. Hey prickheads. Slave grub in the right barrel. Roth chow on the left. Next of you shits I see flubbing it is getting a hot poker up the arse. Sideways. Thrin. It's not very loving.
Here goes nothing.
Grubby map. On one side of this page, a hand-drawn map depicts a northern grotto bordering the Ebon Lake. An attacker's account marks the others. One of the drugning shrooms sensed us and split. Chunky one, too. Months' worth of soup, at least. The rest were too busy droning to put up a fuss. Near pays us, and I'm bolting for Mantle Dareth. Thrin's orders be damned. They got eel steak, mineral meat, and top land food of all sort. Clan can't live on fungus alone. Just kind of want to remove all of them. Buffy's got another 6. Well, no, 4 key points. This person needs to fucking die. Pretty sure that those are the ones that are able to mind control in the fight.
How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. A sun dweller in these parts. Look here, my topside friend. I need fresh eyes, and I doubt I'll find fresher.
Fine. What should I be looking at?
The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look.
And deadly.
Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
Annoying and deadly. Perception. Survey the area for unseen curiosities.
Several glassy stones stand out in the debris. Their borders are coated with tiny yellow crystals. The hottest of flames smoothed the stone and left sulfuric crystals behind. The fires of the hells have touched Grimforge.
Examine the fallen rubble. Cha-ching.
Boulders and stone bricks of various sizes clutter the corridor. Many split cleanly in two, yet some walls remain fully intact. No quake brought these rocks down. They were smashed through in an instant. Something big charged through here. Something very big.
What do you think?
Oh shit. Neonitis Games chatted via the Facebook chat, which nobody ever does. So it's the one that I don't pay attention to. I'm sorry if you're still watching by any chance. I literally have the Twitch and the TikTok chat on top of it. I'm so sorry if you're still watching. Hey there, I got this scene on my last playthrough, actually this whole section, and the fight with Nier was bugged. No pun intended. Good, hope you're doing well. It would be funny if he used it. A eventful day in my book. Eventful day indeed. Assess the statue for techniques and composition. Technique and composition. My little brother picked me up, oh god. Dragon Age Origins, the version with all the DLC. I still haven't started it, but it's a thing. Yay!
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out?
I am ready to report my observations right after I see what you're selling. Ooh. And for only... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. For a really nice chunk of change. Buy all my shit.
Incredible. An entire history risen from dirt and debris. Picture it. An ancient city.
A wedding.
Hewn from the stone by disciples of Shah. Later abandoned. Untold centuries later, a new tribe revives it. Fresh walls.
Just gonna have to
fresh
fucking start it
sculptures,
is what I'm gonna have to do.
until a great hell beast charges through, toppling the walls and crushing the people.
I do really
That
want to go
explains the
and finish
infernal
Dead
plate I
Space though.
found. Perhaps you might have use of it.
I love that game.
But my work has only begun. There is more still to find. I must get to it.
Then get to it.
Pleasure to meet a fellow academic. And what a subject. This place brims with history.
Gale, you're such a nerd. I love you. Tell me about this wedding. The last semi-fantasy wedding that I've heard about it being rough would, of course, be the Red Wedding. Their night was dark and full of terrors.
You're no fun.
No.
Well met.
I'd like you to join me.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
Take Carlax, please.
Ready and willing.
No, it breaks my heart to say that.
The walls are deep known, mate.
Defender of the people.
Chiseling is remarkable. The past is nearer than we think. We simply must dig. Well, let's see what you've got.
Well, that is slightly more reasonable. Elves are an enslaved race. Your wedding gets crashed and you are going to get past... Oh, God. That's not cool. When you say passed around, you're talking about what I think you're talking about, aren't you? Which I'm rather surprised that, if it is, that they got away with including something like that. I don't like that at some point it became acceptable to include that. One of the single most unacceptable fucking violations.
That's all then.
Gold accents aren't too tarnished yet. We might be able to
I
chip them off and melt them.
remember correctly. 6 scrolls of Conjure Elemental, so we need another 2 for 2 full long rests of summons. Well, good thing that we still have more time before Moonrise Towers.
Never a dull moment.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. It's a line you should never cross.
Soldier? No room in your party. What should I do? Let's hop.
Hell, I don't even think, looking back on it, where they included it in the show, I don't even think he included it in the book. Anytime. I don't know if... Because I've read through A Song of Ice and Fire, I think 3 times now. And I'm trying to remember if there was a rape scene. I don't think there was. I think that was a thing that they did for the show. I may very well be wrong, but like that's... Yeah, it's a line you don't cross. I feel like we should pull Lae'zel out.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
HBO did indeed lean into it very hard. And again, with very little justification. There is no, period, there's no justification.
Tired. Sleep.
Rest, little one. But do not take long. I feel his shadow.
Is that Sublord?
I heard his name whispered.
No kidding.
The rock shivers from the sound.
So Turfin, you
The
just finished
Ketheric
Clash of Kings?
Thorm.
Ketheric Thorm, the Absolute's chosen.
Is it your first time
Within
through?
these depths, he has left his vicious mark.
No shit. Are you reading it, or are you listening to it? Ketheric Thorm's influence stretches far. What was he doing down here?
Mighty elf, cloaked in darkness. 10 masters ago, and 10 more. But I remember, there was the work, and the blood. There was the Thorm's army. There was the Hellbeast that broke them. The Ketheric Thorm's name faded into stone until the Near came.
What kind of Hellbeast could have destroyed Kethric's army?
I saw tusks and flesh, smelled fire and eggs.
Excellent.
It came with the masked men, crashing and smashing.
So you're listening to the version narrated by Roy Dotrice? Impressive memory. How old are you exactly?
I outlived my mother, and her mother's mother, and many mothers beyond. Blessed to see many live, cursed to see many die.
That was a long time ago. What does Near have to do with Ketheric?
I know not.
So I say not. Yet I hear his name again, said by the shadows.
Alright. I will be right back. For the love of fucking Christ, I have to piss. I'll be right back. Oh, Jesus. Practically dancing in my fucking chair. That was bad. Okay. Moo. Moo to you as well. Lucas definitely heard me. Gonna have to go get him up. Swathed in shadow. While obscured by shadow, the wearer gains +1 to saving throws when attacked. +1 to con saves. Stamped with Shar's own sigil, this helm was worn by the Night Singer's own crusaders. Darkness within seems deeper than night somehow. I don't have Shadow Heart. Though well preserved, the armor's gleam is somewhat muted, as if half shadowed, even in brightest day. Dark Justicier's journal, a thin diary smelling faintly of prayer smoke. Cycle 40. I know it is forbidden to enter the Inquisitor's chambers, but I couldn't help myself. Has Master Ketherick not commanded us to use every possible tool to best Shar's rivals? Besides, if Sybil meant to keep the amulet a secret, she would have hidden it better. Cycle 40 and 2. The amulet has gifted me a power, an energy, heretofore unknown to me. I've never known such might and such cheer. I can barely keep myself from smiling, much to the other's chagrin. Cycle 40 and 5. It is done, thank the Dark Lady. Sybil ripped the amulet from my throat and cast it into the lava. talking about oh, what the hell? Spirit of the monk and the amulet. Tasha's hideous laughter. Sybil ripped the amulet from my throat and cast it into the lava, having found me racked by laughter. The madness has lifted, but I do not yet know my penance. Sybil is not known to take pity on thieves. The spirit of the amulet.
Skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
No burial, just slaughter. Damn.
Allow the expert to explore these bones a touch.
Among the various fabrics, you recognize the unmistakable symbol of Shah, the Dark Lady.
Whatever killed them made an enemy of a powerful goddess.
Still, if whatever managed to murder a group of Sharans is still around, we had better watch our step.
Prove one thing. This is the city Halsin mentioned.
Yarp. Alright. I would like Buffy to be at tip-top for this. Do we have any? Yes, we have a single one.
Shove moss in your own garden. Quiet, they've been fed plenty.
Alright.
You, grab a cane and whip these Drugnin beasts into shape. That
Go fuck
rubble
yourself.
needs clearing, and my patience is hanging on by an arse whisker.
Almost sounds like you're asking for help. If I ignore your tone.
And it sounds like your arse wants for a lashing, the way you talk out of it. Something spooks the dumb shits. So stop your jawing and get to working.
You want to thrash me? Go on, then.
Drugnin hoon, I'll split you from head to hole. Bloody Rothe have lost it.
Oh,
Put 'em
no.
down.
There's got to be a way to do this without attacking the Roth. Fuck. Normally I always do. Same, yeah. I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it.
Time for a new approach.
There's gotta be a way.
Creator, destroyer.
Don't I have a calm? Scroll of Feigned Death. Fire Shield. I don't have a calm emotions. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna do the Dwergar first and hope.
Behold, the dance of death.
Yes, Buffy. Indeed.
A tale for the ages. May it please, Mistra.
my 16 speed potions. Buzz.
All right, Karlak, it's go time. Count on me.
Come on, can't stay idle. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Alright. I don't want to hurt you. Please? I'm going to end the turn. Come on. Hey, Tannis, good to see you. I didn't talk to them first. The Dwergar was like, you sound like you want your ass whooped, and I'm like, oh, you want to try to whoop my ass? Well, please try. And then they all aggroed. All of them. So I took the Dwergar out first in the hope that I would get out of here. But I'm not done trying yet.
The witching hour.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
Now this is my happy place.
I really don't want to kill the cows. I really don't. Like, they just got done having their asses beat over and over and over and over again. The last thing that I want to do is... I don't have any scrolls of Dimension Door. Can you get as far away as possible? I mean, I'm sure I can with more than one of them. But... damn it. Oh, that wasn't nice. Oh, and earlier I finally used Karlak's wild magic.
I'm ready.
She went into a rage and created flowers and shrubbery around her. It was pretty fantastic.
This way.
You must find us another shrubbery. Alright, there's one. Gale has...
Swiftly now.
Okay. Sorry, talking to myself for a moment. More than one, most definitely. Alright, there's Gale out. You know, for kicks, let's see just how far we can get Buffy. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Growth, please. I always buy scrolls of Misty Step, right? Yep, I sure do. Buffy, go back to camp.
In position.
Absolutely not. But you've been killing history itself.
Yay!
How many die today?
Yay!
How many die tomorrow?
Okay, so let's see. I hope not. The Wraith is sleeping. Uh-oh. Ooh! Shit. God willing. I really don't want to kill the cows. It is, you're absolutely right. It's worth a shot. So, fingers crossed. I really hope so. Oh, please don't drink too. Okay, cool.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yeah. Certainly charming.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Someone there?
Into the shadows.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. They don't have any sight cones. Google says.
Have a lot on my
I mean, we
mind.
could try long resting 48 times.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
We've got, surely we have enough camp supplies to long rest that many times. Do I... Balls. I don't know if I have sleep. I don't even know if Gale has it in his spell book at the moment.
The lance board is set.
No, he does not. It is a rare occasion, but he does not have sleep in his spell book. Listen, mad cows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not like doing that. I really didn't. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Actually mentioned you a little while ago. When it comes down to doing Grim, I'm gonna try to do what you did.
Not much use for this slag.
And
Nice speckles, though.
one hit Grim with the owl bear. I had read about that when the game first came out, before I even played it, that the owl bear could do a bunch of additional damage if you drop them from a much higher location. And then I saw you do it. And that's totally a fucking thing. So huge shout out to Moonbilge. Alright. We are at 2 hours and 7 minutes. I told the kid when I went up there that I'd go get him.
I've never seen anything like it.
Target him without the percentage targeting. Got a hit next to with no percentage. Enlarged owl bear from the top rope, indeed. Time for some of the fucking vases that actually have shit in them.
Something's off. Pure shadow. Around me. Inside me.
Scroll of invisibility. Congratulations, all 4 of you. Alright, we're gonna go back down, talk to Nier. Or, well, no, not talk to Nier. Go chat with the people trying to get Nier out. But then I need to call it for the evening. I want to spend some time with the kid before it gets too late. Can't believe I had to kill the cows. I did not like that.
Some sort, perhaps. Just a theory.
A dumb theory. Half these walls are still standing. Who's the statue, you think?
Human.
Come into her shadow. Let all that is past be forgotten.
So this is all part of the gauntlet. Or at the very least, the same temple. What is that?
In the beginning came morning, then night. Two sisters clashed.
Well, here's a chest that I always missed. How about that? And that is a much easier way up there. Interesting. Map of Moonhaven. This war map offers a detailed plan to attack the village of Moonhaven, encouraging soldiers to kill in merciless silence.
Found a way past the rock.
Scarjo's still at it then.
Frick ain't stopped caning those beasts last I saw, and he still ain't broke through. The gnome bolted. Saw it myself. Friends still ain't come to it.
The slowest of you lot is getting tossed to a Rothaean.
Keep digging!
I really just want to chuck all the Dwergar into the lava.
Your feet, or I'll bite your toes off one by one. Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Charming. Hell is truly where we make it.
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders.
Bare feet, I see. I nabbed these boots from a runaway gnome. Yours, perhaps? No. How's the dig going?
Poorly, obviously. Tunnel collapsed on a true soul. Absolute's going to eat my liver. Now move. I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
We will kick it off. We'll kick off the next Buffy session with that. I'll throw all the Dwergar into the lava. Sounds like you have a tough job of you. Alright, Jeff. Sounds like you have a tough job ahead of you. Better hurry.
You gonna just leave him in there to choke? Shit.
Yeah.
On the double, you pricks! Before I carve my name into your arses! I'll peel your balls like potatoes if you don't move! And you better hope that's the worst of it. You pricks go...
Nope, they'll all get pissed if I take the torch.
Near dies, heads roll.
Alright.
That goes for novices too.
Well, I am going to call it there for tonight. Sorry, everybody. I really want to spend time with the kiddo, though. But don't think there's anything on the schedule for tomorrow. But honestly, I've been debating on switching to a... just whenever I'm able to stream, I'll throw the stream on. It's getting harder with things picking up, or things picking back up a lot with work and a number of other things. But that being said, I also want to keep a regular schedule. It's just been hard lately. Anyway, I will for sure see you all Thursday. If not tomorrow night, but definitely Thursday. Have a good rest of your night. Hopefully everything goes well. But we'll see. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. We'll see you soon.